He carried the wolf to the vet for hours. Later, something amazing happened. A man discovered an injured wolf in the woods and carried it for hours to reach a vet. But what happened next left everyone stunned. Noah had spent his entire life in a small rural town in Alaska, where he enjoyed a happy childhood. His parents often took him on long walks through the surrounding forests, fostering his love for the wilderness. But what fascinated him most were the elusive wolves. As a child, he would spend hours tracking their prints, hoping for just a glimpse of the majestic creatures. To Noah, wolves were among the most beautiful creatures he had ever seen. As he grew older, he spent less time in the woods with his parents, but his love for the forest never faded. Each night, he listened to the distant howls of the wolves, smiling as he recalled the adventures of his childhood. When Noah was old enough, he left for college to pursue a well-paying career. There, he met Judith, a fellow student, and the two felt an instant connection. It wasn't long before their bond deepened and they began dating. After finishing college, the two young adults moved back to Noah's hometown. Not long after moving back, Judith and Noah got married and quickly had two adorable sons named Aaron and Patrick. One of the activities that Noah loved to do with his sons was to take them for walks in the forest, just like his parents had done with him. One winter day, Noah, Aaron, now 12, and Patrick, 9, were exploring the snowy woods, marveling at the pure white snow when they heard a strange sound. It sounded like a howl, but the animal making it was clearly in pain. Noah told his sons to stay behind him as they all crept closer to the noise. As they emerged from the trees and into a small clearing, the three suddenly stopped. There, in the middle of the clearing, was a young wolf. It looked like it was only just leaving adolescence, but what Noah noticed above everything else was that its paw was stuck in a hunter's trap. The animal was making painful noises, which broke Noah's heart. He edged closer to the animal but stopped when it began to growl at him. The man quietly talked to the wolf and crept closer. Finally, he was close enough to stroke the creature's fur while reassuring it that he simply wanted to help. The wolf stopped growling and began to lick Noah's hand, apparently sensing that the man didn't want to harm him. The canine, having calmed down, allowed Noah to look at the trap. Thankfully, it seemed to be a simple trap that clamped shut when stepped on, but there was clear damage to the animal, and Noah was worried that the wolf might have a broken paw. Telling his sons to stand back, Noah then did something quite dangerous. He opened the trap and released the wolf's foot. However, once the creature was free, it didn't immediately run away like the man thought it would. Instead, the wolf continued to lie in that spot, whining pitifully. Noah grew very concerned, knowing that he couldn't leave the young wolf to fend for itself while it was injured. The kind-hearted man did the only thing he could think of. He picked the wolf up. Patrick and Aaron were astounded at what their father was doing. Didn't he know that the creature could kill him with a simple snap of its jaws? Despite the danger, though, Noah was determined to help it. He told his sons that they all needed to head back home so that he could get the wolf to a vet. Amazingly, the wolf stayed fairly still in Noah's grip as the man began the trek back home. After hours of walking, Noah, Aaron, Patrick, and the wolf finally emerged from the forest. Noah made sure that his sons made it back home safely before he quickly took off to the nearest vet, heaving with the effort of carrying the heavy animal for so long. Noah was thankful when he could finally place the wolf down in the vet's checkup room. Amazed by the animal that had just entered his clinic, the vet was a bit wary of checking the wolf over. After all, they were known to be dangerous predators. But Noah insisted the vet look at the wolf's paw to make sure that it was all right. The vet agreed and carefully assessed the paw. The entire time, Noah spoke soft and kind words to the wolf, calming it down and letting it know that it would be all right. Finally, the vet told Noah that the wolf's paw was bruised but not broken and that it could be released back into the wild. But why was it so lethargic when I set it free? The worried man asked. The vet told Noah that the animal had likely been stuck in the trap for a couple of days and was severely dehydrated and hungry. With a bit of food and water, it should be fine to go back out into the woods. Noah thanked the vet and told him that he would look after the wolf for the night. Once back home, the kind man left the wolf in his garage along with some food and water. Even though the creature had been kind to him so far, he still knew that it could hurt him or his family at any given time. Upon seeing their father, Aaron and Patrick asked him if the wolf was okay. Noah smiled and told them that it would be fine after some rest. Before heading to bed, the two young boys peeked into the garage to take a quick look at the wolf and were amazed at how beautiful it was. The next day, the wolf was feeling better, and Noah took that as a good sign that it would be fine in the forest. The man and his two sons opened the garage and watched from a safe distance as the canine cautiously made its way out before disappearing through the tree line. However, before leaving, the wolf turned around as if to thank Noah for his help. Over the next few days, the female wolf could be seen near Noah's home, just inside the forest. It was as if it didn't want to leave just yet, but Noah didn't know why. One day, the wolf wasn't there, which caused Aaron and Patrick to worry. With their father at work, they knew they shouldn't enter the woods alone, but they were concerned that something had happened to the wolf. So the two young boys ventured into the forest by themselves. After walking for a while, Aaron and Patrick realized there was no sign of the wolf. Worse than that, when they turned around to go home, they discovered that they didn't know the way back. Lost in the freezing winter forest, the brothers desperately searched for a way home. As the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness crept in, hope faded. Just as they were about to give up, Aaron spotted two glowing eyes watching from the trees. He froze. Was it dangerous? What should he do? His mind raced with questions until the figure stepped closer, revealing the familiar young female wolf, the very one Noah had saved. Aaron softly called the wolf closer, allowing it to sniff his hand. Recognizing the boys, the wolf's tail wagged slightly before it licked Aaron's hand and gently nudged them forward. Then it turned and began leading them through the trees, pausing occasionally to ensure they were following. After about 30 minutes, Aaron and Patrick spotted a light and heard their parents calling their names. After embracing his sons, Noah glanced toward the tree line and was stunned to see the female wolf watching their reunion. He realized she had led his boys home, saving them. With quiet gratitude, he softly thanked her. The wolf seemed to nod before slipping back into the forest. Noah knew he would likely never see her again, but he would always remember the incredible act that had saved his family. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.